Yo, what's going on, guys? You got your boy AA Round 2 for 20, bring you guys trades and transactions for week 3 of the GBA Season 9 Ubers season. So, we have a couple very interesting transactions this week, so without further ado, let's just get right into it. First up, we have MV, coach of the San Diego Chargers. He's dropping Ho-Oh, Smeargle, and Haxorus for Lugia, Empoleon, and Umbreon. Now, one of the big reasons for this transaction is because MV was tired of his defoggers getting hacked out every week, and Ho-Oh taking a ton of damage from rocks, about 50% every time it comes in. That's a pretty big liability when your only defogger is Giratina and quote-unquote Smeargle. So, by having this, he now has a mon that at least takes less from hazards. It's still a very reliably bulky mon. It still has a lot of support for MV's roster. In terms of a wall core, that plus Giratina, in my opinion, is going to be a very deadly wall core to have to break down. He also has Umbreon for wish support for Giratina now, which is actually really nice as well. And, he has another defogger in Empoleon. So, he has his best defogger back in the squad. So I think that'll help MV a lot this season. I think that MV's going for a really defensive roster change versus having the offensive potential with things like webs for Ho-Oh and Haxorus. He had the DD support from Haxorus, of course, and Ho-Oh was just a really nice breakup for his roster. So he's really changing up the roster entirely with these transactions, and it seems like really small transactions to make. But with the amount of defensive potential MV's roster has now, he could probably outstall every team. So I'm expecting MV to go for some timer games this season. At least I'm hoping so. So with a 1-2 roster, of course, and losing to Tup, that's not exactly something that MV was really proud of, especially with it being because his defoggers got hacked out. So I hope that these transactions actually work out well for MV. I think that he has a lot of potential with his roster as long as he can play it right, and I'm sure that he will because Lugia has a pretty brain-dead mon as long as you keep it healthy. Next up, we have a really simple transaction. This is just Goldoa, coach of the New York Empoleons. He's actually just changing his Z Crystal from Scrafty to Crobat. Now, I'm sure that this is just because of the way that Goldoa's roster is built. If we look at Goldoa's roster, he has a lot of really just flat out... It's just a really bulky roster, I feel like. He has, of course, some offensive potential from things like Lele, which is a really nasty offensive mon. He also has Dialga, which is a pretty bulky but offensive mon. And I think that that's sort of how Goldoa's roster works. It's bulky but offensive. And I think that giving the Z Crystal to Crobat over giving it to Scrafty, it'll definitely help Goldoa in the long run because this does actually give a lot of offensive potential to Crobat, in my opinion. Whereas Scrafty could just set up a Dragon Dance and it would already be offensive. Not only that, but Victini in most cases will probably be a physical mon on Goldoa's roster. So this does at least give some support to Crobat as well to be a more special Z-mon. However, it does at least give Crobat as well some more threatening physical offense because Goldoa's physical offense right now is Victini, Mega Beedrill, and then Crobat's his next best physical mon. Well, actually, he has Scrafty, then Crobat. Whereas, compared to his special offense, he has Dialga, Lele, Zapdos, which, in my opinion, is a lot more terrifying, and also Victini on top of that. So this does give a lot more offensive potential to the Crobat, which I think is very nice in Goldoa's roster. I feel like it's pretty needed. So we'll see. It also gives him a really fast Z option as well, because otherwise his Z option peaked at base 100, and I feel like having just a fast Z mon in general will be really nice. This will help with a lot of things that Goldoa is not necessarily having the best matchups versus, so I think that we'll see. We'll see how this works out for him. Though this is it for the week 3 transactions. Make sure to leave a like down below. Check out the rest of the GBA analyst content along with all the coaches linked down below. It has been your boy AA Round 2 for 20, and I'm signing off. Until next time, peace out, guys.